So a lot of us aren't where we want to be in life. We waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for that perfect time, waiting for, us to be in a certain place financially for us to actually start pursuing our dreams. But that's not where it's at. Shoot or shoot. Like you got to get at it. Whatever you can think, you can manifest. You can make it happen. But the one thing that you don't want to do is wait, because guess what? Man, there's so many people out here that's not as talented as you, that don't have the knowledge that you have, that don't have the background that you have to pursue this dream. But guess what? They pursuing it. They doing it. They not letting fear hold them back. And that's what you got to do, y'all. We can't let fear hold us back. We can't wait for that perfect time to try an idea. You know what I mean? Like, even though I'm a forward thinker and I'm somebody who, has pursued a lot of my dreams, I've also looked at certain ideas and certain things that I've wanted to do that maybe thought a little bit too much. I overthought it. You know the term study long, study wrong. You know what I mean? And then I've watched other people pursue some of the ideas that I've had. And all I could do is just be like, yo, take my hat off to you, salute, because that person, they had the balls to just get out there and just do what they wanted to do. You know what I mean? Like, waiting on that perfect time is going to have you waiting and watching somebody else do something that you want to do. And the one thing that you don't want to do is live with regrets. That's something that my coach Kano used to always tell us back when we played football. You lay it all out on the field, no matter what. So that when you leave the game, you can say, I did everything that I could do to make this happen. You got to look at your dreams. You got to look at, these things that you're trying to accomplish in the same way. You got to leave it all out on the field and know that at the end of the day, I did everything I could do. Even if it don't work. Like that's the thing too. I've had several ideas that I've tried that, that might not have worked. I might have took a loss on, but I don't call it L a loss. It's a lesson. You know what I mean? Because in these things that I try, I learned a lesson that helped to put me in a position for the next ideas, for me to be able to pursue those next ideas and for the outcome to be great. So the biggest thing that's holding a lot of us back is fear. And fear comes from the unknown, not knowing what the outcome is going to be. And that's something that we can't hold ourselves, that we can't do. You can't hold yourself back from it. Any dream that you got, whether it's starting a podcast, whether you want to play a certain sport, maybe you want to play a certain instrument, maybe you got, some kind of idea, you want to buy, a box truck and start a new business. It's like, man, do it. Stack your bread, put your plan together and go do it. Now, one thing that you shouldn't do is just step out and just do things on a whim. I'm not saying that. So I don't want you to, take what I'm saying as that. But man, if you got an idea, man, step out and just go do it. Write it down first. Write the ideas down. Write different potential outcomes out, that could come from it. Brainstorm with your team. Don't share your ideas with too many people though, because you need to, keep your ideas tough because folks steal ideas straight up. Like folks is stealing ideas out here for real. So the one thing that you want to make sure to do is keep the ideas close, but manifest it. How do you manifest things? I'm going to tell you how I manifest things. The first thing I do when I have an idea is I write it down. And for me, I'm old school. So I keep my notebook close and I write the idea down. Then what I do is I also write a few other ideas down around that or supporting that or alternative ideas connected to that idea so that as I'm putting together my plan, maybe the idea changes from the initial idea to some other ideas or some other ways that we can do it. After that, I go outside, I go for a walk. And for me, when I manifest, I say it out loud. Like I speak to God with it. You know what I'm saying? I say what I want to do. I say the outcome that I want to have. And I'm specific with it. Because I used to not be specific with it and would just say, man, I want to have I want to have a popular platform. I want to have, you know what I mean? But then I started getting specific with it. I want to have 500,000 subscribers. I want to have 1 million subscribers. I want to be able to start releasing videos every single day on my platform so that I can like make sure that I'm tapping into the algorithm. So you got to manifest these things, and you got to be and you have to be detailed about it. You got to be detailed with what you asking God for. You got to be detailed with what you asking the universe for. You know what I mean? You got to be specific with what you asking the ancestors for. I might be going a little too deep, getting a little crazy with it, but for real, I speak to my ancestors straight up. So first, get the idea in your head, and don't talk yourself out of it. That's another big thing that we do, because we think about like all these different scenarios, all these different what ifs. What if people don't like it? What if like it don't work out? What if I sound stupid? What if I don't look right on camera? I don't do that. Now, you do play devil's advocate with what like some of the outcomes can be, but playing devil's advocate is totally different from talking yourself out of doing something, because it's easy to talk yourself out of greatness. It's easy to talk yourself out of being, showing up for yourself. One of my partners used to say to me, and always thought it was crazy, but now I truly understand it. Like, you are the one that you've been waiting for. And that's like such a real statement, because behind that fear, behind, these great ideas that you have, and being a forward thinker, the progression, the outcome on the other side is what you've been waiting for. But it's the unknown that holds us back. So don't let that unknown hold you back. You the one you've been waiting for.